Now here you see, as we were dealing with human reproduction, we were dealing with female reproductive organs. Now here, before we get into the detail of gametogenesis and other vital part, we have to deal with menstrual cycle, or it is also known as the ovarian cycle. The menstrual cycle or the ovarian cycle. Now it is one of the very vital and characteristic features of the female reproductive system. Now it originates in the primates and it is a cycle found in the female human. So you see the changes and what happens during the menstrual cycle. This is the changes in the reproductive organs of a female. Now what are the vital functions of the menstrual cycle? See, I have written 4 points here. First and foremost, it prepares for fertilization. The body is prepared for fertilization, and second is pregnancy. Now when does this start? Now earlier classes also I said that whatever reproductive organs, they mature at the age of puberty. What is the age of puberty? It starts at 12 to 14 is known as a puberty. Now this word, the menstrual cycle, came from the word mensum. What is mensum? Mensum is basically, it is known as a month, and so it is known as 24 days, approximately 24 to 28 day cycle. Now you see, under what condition this cycle does not occur. So the cycle remains suspended during pregnancy and the lactation period. This is a temporary, suspended means it's a temporary absence. Okay, now here you see, and permanently stops. If the cycle permanently stops at menopause because of the decrease in estrogen level. What is estrogen? Again, I had said earlier that estrogen is a female hormone. Okay, now if we categorize this menstrual cycle, we have 4 phases. First phase, the menstrual phase. The first phase is known as the menstrual phase. What happens here? The vaginal bleeding starts and it lasts for 4 to 5 days. In the second case, you see it is a follicular phase or proliferative phase. It lasts for 10 to 12 days, where the repairing of the endometrium wall of the uterus starts. And the third is the ovulatory phase. Basically, it just for a 1 day. It is on the 14th day of the cycle. And after that, after ovulatory phase, we have the luteinizing phase, where the Graafian follicle changes into corpus luteum and goes into a secretory phase. Now here, if you see, I have categorized. See, everything starts, the diagram may not be clear to you. I will give you a picture of the diagram after I finish it. See, everything happens from the pituitary gland. So what is pituitary gland? Pituitary gland is the master gland that stimulates the various hormones. So when we are dealing with it, we have got 3 hormones. One is estrogen. First hormone is estrogen. The second one is the progesterone, and the third one is follicle stimulating hormone, that is known as luteinizing hormone also. Now here you see, I have made 4 categories. First is the ovarian changes, second column is the hormonal changes, and the third one is the uterine wall. So in the first phase, you see here, the first, this is ovarian hormone, and you see this is the progesterone level, and that is demarcates a very low. You have to see between these 2 lines. See, this is the progesterone level, and that is a very low one. That means that is during which you see this is the endometrium wall, that means the uterine wall, that ruptures, and it is in the menstrual phase. Okay, so this, during the menstruation, you see the endometrium wall dissolves. Okay, now in the second phase, now see, this low progesterone level stimulates the pituitary. Mind it, I repeat again, the low progesterone level stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete the follicle stimulating hormone. So this follicle stimulating hormone, here the estrogen level increases. The ovary, this is the ova. The ova is here in the see, ovary wall, it is here, and it matures, and here it has a capacity of only one single ovary. Okay, here it gets matured, and it is between 10 to 12 days. And here you see, this is the endometrium wall, this is the pre-ovulation phase, before ovulation, and it is generally 2 to 3 millimeter thick, and that is known as the follicular phase. Since the follicle stimulating hormone releases estrogen, the estrogen level is very high, and so this gets matured. What is this? This is known as the secondary oocyte of the ovary. Now again you see, this high level of estrogen again gives a signal to the pituitary gland to decrease the level of follicle stimulating hormone and secrete the luteinizing hormone, LH, the luteinizing hormone. So this high level of luteinizing hormone helps the secondary oocyte to come out of the Graafian follicle. So here you see, this is the Graafian follicle that later develops into corpus luteum, and here this is the ova that is released, and that is for a single day. And here you see, the ovary wall is maximum, and it is nearly to the 5 millimeter thickness. Now this particular case, when the luteinizing hormone is at the maximum level, we call it as a luteal phase. Now when this luteinizing hormone is at the maximum, okay, again the pituitary hormone, again the pituitary gland is stimulated to secrete progesterone. Okay, and this increased amount of progesterone again helps the corpus luteum to degenerate, and that secretes the progesterone. And if you see, at this condition, if it stays there for 2 days alive in the fallopian tube, and if fertilization is not there, they come to the uterine section, and ultimately these degenerate. This lack of fertilization again decreases the level of progesterone. Okay, so again this low level of progesterone that happens for the 10 to 12 days, again what happens, they all degenerated, and again they goes to a fresh cycle of menstrual cycle. So this is basically your thing. Now you see, again it has been categorized into two ways. First is, this is known as the menstrual phase. Second is known as the follicular phase. Second is the luteal phase, and ultimately this is the degenerative phase. Okay, so this is a very characteristic level. What you have to do is, you have to make sure the three hormones what are secreted. First is low level of progesterone, triggers the menstrual cycle. High level of estrogen triggers the follicle stimulating hormone or the luteinizing hormone from the pituitary gland, and high level of pituitary glands triggers the ovulation, and after high level of luteinizing hormone, it triggers the secretion of progesterone from the Graafian follicle of the ruptured Graafian follicle that changes into corpus luteum, and again if fertilization does not occur, again the 12 days this goes up. So this is approximately a 24 to 28 day cycle, and it again varies from individual to individual, and this actually is a preparatory phase for fertilization. And during fertilization, what happens? During fertilization, this entire cycle gets suspended. Estrogen level is very low here. Only the progesterone secretion is high during pregnancy and lactation period.